Yeah, I guess, yeah. That's why I'm not with nobody, cause I don't wanna hurt nobody. Did it over, tasted and call me.
Back to my channel, guys. So for today's video, today, if you're new to this channel, my name is Lori, and on this channel, I keep it 100. If you're not subscribed, please don't forget to tap on the subscribe button and don't forget to smash the like button. With that being said, guys, today is a little vlogging about relationships and overthinkers. So I'm an overthinker and I'm in a new relationship. I've never been a past overthinker. I just started overthinking. I did not grow up overthinking about everything. It just started happening like 2 or 3 years ago. And where it came from is when my doctor told me that I have a slight high blood pressure and I was going to be needing to take high blood pressure pills for this. And so I freaked out, immediately freaked out. And I started to think, oh my God, what if I take this medication and something happens? Because I was addicted to pain pills for a very long time. So any new medications that I'm introduced, I freak out. I start to overthink about all the what ifs and what could happen, So I started to overthink a lot, and I overthink about everything. And, my son, he knows how to calm my brain down. He knows how to say, okay, mommy, this is what it is, and this is what it's not going to be, and so forth. So he knows how to level me out, how to calm my brain. So my significant other, he is barely learning this gradually. But I've also started to watch a lot of videos where I see couples and the girl or the man, they overthink a lot, but their significant other doesn't. And when they start to overthink, what if this happens or what if this happens? And the significant other is like, oh, you're just trying to start an argument. Don't go there because you're just overthinking. And they shut them down. The overthinker is like, no, I don't want to be shut down. All I want you to do is listen. Just listen and understand why I'm feeling this way. Help me help myself. Basically, that's exactly what it boils down to. So it's just like trying to be patient, understanding, loving, communicative, and sensitive to your significant other's needs. Because in all reality, an overthinker, we're not trying to start an argument. We just want you to validate our emotions, our feelings in that moment, because we could be overthinkers and it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens periodically. Or you do have people that overthink all the time about everything. But you have to understand and you have to be aware how to learn your significant other, how to help them. Because if you overpower them and you just shut them down, they're going to feel like they're not worthy. And you don't want your significant other feeling like that, because it really takes a toll on them. Big time, it does. So when I was overthinking, my dude already knew how to help me. I don't know where he learned the technique of helping, but he knew. I asked my son a question in front of my dude, and I said, son, how do you help your mama when she's going through anxiety and panic attacks? He says, I just try to comfort you. When he said that really, I just started crying like out of nowhere. And I'm just like, oh my God, my baby, you're a kid, you're a teenager. You shouldn't be trying to comfort your mother. He says, Mama, we've been together by ourselves for a very long time, so I had to step up and learn these things. He says, and you never made me feel like I had to do all of these things. You never made me feel like I have to take care of you, or never made me feel like that. He said, you always allowed me to be a kid that's my age. So I never said, oh, you got to do this or you got to take care of this person. There's a lot of older kids that take care of their siblings. And I don't think that's right. I don't know. That's just me. If you're going to have kids, you make sure you take care of your own kid. Don't have your child taking care of your kids. But I do know that in some families, the older kids take care of the little ones, but they don't have a life. They have to take care of all these kids. And it's like, no, let your kids be kids, because they get so consumed in trying to help you take care of your children that you had. And it's like, no, life doesn't work like that. You got to allow your kids to be kids, period. Even if it went in your family, like you had to take care of your kids or your siblings growing up, it's like, change that cycle. Allow your kids to be kids. You know what I'm saying? Because they only get one life and you want to make it the best. You don't want them having memories oh, I had to take care of my brother, I had to take care of my sister, I had to change diapers, I had to do this, had to cook for my parents. And no, that's not the way life should go. And I know, and there's a lot of families back in the days, they used to do that. But it's like, now you have to change that cycle. When I was growing up, I didn't have parents that were there for me fully. My father was there for me, but he was an alcoholic. My mother wasn't really there, but she was involved in a relationship, and it was just all about her relationship at that moment. We have a very good connection now. My father passed away, but it's like, I forgive them because that's a part of life and a part of love. If I didn't forgive them, what type of person that would make me? Now that my father's not here, I'm so grateful and so appreciative that God allowed me to have a comfort heart and gave me closure. Because now that I think about it, my dad had an addiction. He had an addiction, and he was just living life how he knew how to take care of us, and he loved us. That was never the question. My daddy loved us, but it's just that he had an addiction. I had an addiction as well, so like, I understand. But when I had my addiction, I always made sure I put my son first, always. And the reason why I put my son first is because when I was growing up, I didn't have parents put me there first. My parents didn't put me here first. They put themselves and their relationship. You know what I'm saying? My dad put his self and his addiction. So it's like, when I grew up, I wanted to become a parent, but I had an addiction, and I needed to make sure that I didn't follow that same trait as my parents. So I became different, and I put my son, actually I put me first, and then I put my son, because if I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of my son. So I made sure that I was taken care of, and then I would take care of my son. That's the way life should go. I would never want my son to be taken care of. If I had other kids, my son would not be playing mommy and daddy to my children. That's not the way shit rolls, no. But anyways, I'm getting off track. As for the overthinkers, you have to be patient and sensitive and kind and loving to your significant other, because they're going to feel unworthy of themselves, and they're not going to feel loved. And then they'll start looking elsewhere for that love, that communication, that protection, that sensitivity, that everything that they are missing from you. So you have to make sure that you are patient, you are kind, you are loving, sensitive, that you pay attention and validate their feelings and their needs. Because if you don't, they will look elsewhere. And you don't want that to happen, because then relationships fall apart and they don't get better from there. So you really have to validate and pay attention to your relationship, especially when they're overthinkers. Because an overthinker, they think about everything. Like I said, I never used to be an overthinker, but it's like, now that I'm in that position of an overthinker, I think about everything, like the possibilities, what if, what this could happen, this, etc. So it's very scary when you're in that position. But at the same time, if you have a significant other, you're by yourself and you overthink, it's like, find a therapist or a counselor, because it really, really helps. I have a therapist and I have a counselor. They're basically the same thing, but they're two different people. So it really helps me to talk to people and calm my brain. So my son, he knows how to calm me and comfort me when I'm overthinking. You know what I'm saying? So I have a good support system. Me and my mom, we talk on a daily, and she knows how to comfort my brain as well. So just because we didn't have a relationship growing up, it's like, now she's really trying to be there for me, and I'm so appreciative, and I love her so much for that. I do. I really, really, truly do. That's my mama. She's my rock. She's my ride or die. Like I said, growing up, we didn't have that relationship. In my adult years, in my 20s, 30s, we didn't have that relationship. But now that I'm in my 40s, well, I was about 35 when we started, communicating. I'm 45 now. So for the past 10 years, we became close and we became really bonded together. So she's my support system. But just be sensitive to your significant other, because you never know what they're going through. Like I said, just be there, be sensitive, be patient, and just be kind and loving to your significant other, especially when they're dealing with stuff like this, because they don't do it to start an argument. No, not at all. They're just trying to get across to you so that you could understand them, and they just want you to listen. It's all about listening. That's it. That's it. They just want you to listen. Listen and be patient. But if you're going through something in your relationship, don't talk to somebody out of your relationship. Talk to the person that you are dating. Because once you start talking to other people out of your relationship, they start feeding your brain with negativity, lies, thoughts, and bullshit. That's just too much shit coming in your circle. You want to go straight directly to the person that you are in a relationship with. I did want to make this clip so that I could talk to you guys and my story could help somebody else. But with that being said, don't forget to follow me on both of my YouTube channels. Baby, it's not live, it's a video. This is going to be the first video that I showed him on. I do have him on some shorts, and this is my love here. And like I said, it's all about communication. I'm talking to them about overthinkers and how I overthink and how you reassure me of it's okay, and you know we're gonna get through this and this and that. Because sometimes overthinkers overthink a lot, right? And the significant other always feels as if the overthinker is starting an argument, and that's not the way it goes. That's not the way it goes. So it's like an overthinker just wants you to pay attention and validate their feelings. But the non-overthinker is like, nah, they're just trying to start an argument, let me shut it down, you know. And that's not the way it should be. It's all about communication. So I was just telling them that I'm so happy that you have that communication, and thank you for valuing me as a person and validating my feelings, because it just means so much to me, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. But yeah, like I was saying, this is my honey, guys. So we're gonna be on here a lot, guys. This is my channel. This is for my channel. So because I haven't did a video like in a month. So I was like, I need to really start a video.
So for what? For you?
Just for somebody asked me, can you do a video? Just right now, somebody asked me, can you do a video on overthinkers? And I was like, well, this is perfect for me because I'm an overthinker, you know? So with taking my experience, sometimes when you say, I think you told me one time, you're just trying to start an argument. And I'm like, no, I just need you to understand it and listen and pay attention to my feelings. But as you started to know me and how I overthink and stuff like that, then you started to be more sensitive and validate me as a person. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think like I said before, it's where like men are the fixers, right? But you just want to be heard, you know. So it's like I think I can fix everything, and it's like sometimes I need to shut the hell up and just listen.
I love how he pays attention and just understands me. For my son, when I overthink, because this has something to do with you too, and we could help other families. So that's why I wanted to bring you guys in it too. So when I overthink, how do you help me that you could help other people?
I kind of just like talk to you about like the situation you're dealing with.
Okay.
That's just like reassure you that it's gonna be okay.
Okay. See, guys, see, that's what I'm saying. And when I'm going through anxiety or panic attacks, how do you deal with that? Do you get stressed out?
No.
You don't?
Get stressed
you
out.
Do, honey?
What?
You get stressed out?
Yeah.
When I have anxiety or panic attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, so son, you don't get stressed out, and how do you deal with it when I'm going through that?
Because I'm like, oh my God, what do I do?
Are you? Okay, well maybe you can learn from him. So what do you do because he's been here with me since I've had, like, when I had my full blown panic attacks. How do you how do you deal with it? How do you handle it? You get nervous and freak the F out?
No, because if I get nervous, I know you're gonna get nervous, and that's something I don't want you to like deal with.
Okay.
And then I just talk to you, like make sure you're okay, tell you that you're okay, and just like let you know that you're gonna be like better in the situation.
Yep. And does it work?
It does.
It goes away. My feelings go away. The anxiety goes away so fast, because I just need somebody to comfort me and listen, and just kind of like, because this is what he does. Because I pace back and forth, and he follows me around the house, and he's like, Mama, everything's gonna be okay. Just breathe. Just breathe. It's just a thought.
You also only have it when I'm not here.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You don't have to stay here, but thank you, son. I really appreciate you, baby. Before I came in a relationship, go ahead, baby, go ahead. Go do what you gotta do. I would literally have anxiety every day, guys. But once I got into a relationship, I love you. Once I got into a relationship, all my anxiety went away. So I really truly believe that God has sent him and I to cross each other's paths, because maybe this is exactly what I needed. There's a good distraction and there's a bad distraction. Bad distractions are only there because they're trying to antagonize you or trying to use you for some whatever they want to do. But there's good distractions when they're trying to keep you on a good path and trying to be there for you, positivity. And he's that positivity for me. So I just feel like now that I'm in a relationship, I don't have no anxiety. I don't have no panic attacks. So sometimes you have to find different ways and different things to try to cope with what you're going through, because I refuse to take medications, because I tell you, I was addicted to pain pills at one point. So I refuse to take pain medications. I refuse. So once I got into this relationship, it's so positive, so loving, so reassuring. Like he just said right now, he freaks out. I don't feel like he freaks out, because he was there one time when I had a slight panic attack. So I don't know why he would even say that he freaked out, because I've never had a panic attack. But I think in his mind, he would freak out. I think he feels like he would get anxious if I'm having a panic attack, because he's not going to know what to do. My son, letting him know how he calms me down, what he does to get into gear, I think it will help him cope with it more. Because one time he did ask my son, how do you deal with it? What do you tell your mom? How do you, just like, how do you deal with it? And my son was telling her, I just comfort her. That's all. I just make sure that she's good. Does she need water? And my son always tells me, Mommy, these are only thoughts. They're just feelings. It's going to pass. It's going to go away. And once he starts telling me that, it goes away. And it lasts like 20 seconds. It used to last like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, these feelings. And then now they're like 20 seconds. And now they're like a couple of seconds, like 6 seconds, 3 seconds. So it's like, I'm getting better. And I love that. So I haven't had anxiety or panic attacks. I've been in this new relationship for 4 months. So the past 4 months, I haven't had no anxiety, no panic attacks. Like I said, guys, I needed something good in my life. And I think that him coming into my life just made everything better. I'm serious. I feel like it really made everything better. I was okay with being single, because I didn't have to worry about anybody else. I could just get up and go, and I don't have to worry about doing anything for somebody else or worrying about somebody else's feelings or anything like that. For 8 months, he just kept trying and trying and trying, and he didn't want to give up. And I started loving the consistency. And that's when I was like, you know what, I got to give him a chance. But that's for a different video. If you guys want to see that type of video where I talk about how we met and how it grew, let me know and I will put that together. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about the overthinkers, because somebody did ask me on a video. Please do a video about overthinkers. Like, how do you deal with it? Because they know that I overthink. So I'm just like, you know what, that would be a perfect video, because I overthink. So anyways, guys, with that being said, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you guys want more type of content like this, or about relationships, or about love, about cooking, about my life story, about our life story, us, how we met, what my son thinks of him. My son loves him. If you guys are interested in those types of videos, let me know. I will put the content together and create it and share it with you guys. But with that being said, don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms, as well as all the vendors. With that being said, don't forget to follow me on my second channel, and don't forget to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, private Facebook group, as well as Rumble. Don't forget to follow me on my second channel. But with that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, so when I drop a video, you guys will be the first ones to know. And guys, don't forget, stay healthy, stay blessed, stay poppin'. Bye. Remember, if you have a significant other and they overthink, don't think that they are trying to start an argument. They're just trying to get your attention, for you to understand, listen, pay attention, but be patient. Always value your significant other, no matter what you are going through. Always love and value each other.